What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. And today's topic, we gonna talk about your mental. You see, everybody has a purpose on earth. Everybody has a reason that they were put into this world, whether it's good or bad. I'm not saying good and bad in the sense of I'm justifying people's bad actions, but everybody has a reason that they're on earth. And we all have the right to be who we want to be. Whatever you choose to be, it's your right to be that thing. Whether it's good or bad, it's your right to be there. Like I said, I'm not just finding any bad actions, but we all have the right to be somebody successful also. We all have the right to be that successful business entrepreneur. We all have the right to be that successful business woman, businessman, or be that successful entrepreneur. But the reason most people are not where they are supposed to be is because they are mentally craving things that they're not supposed to crave, which is pulling them back from what they're supposed to be doing, which is mentally draining them. You see, we have two types of mental cravings. We got the good mental craving and the bad mental craving. And when I say mental craving is anything that goes on in your head and it makes you think about that thing for a long time, or makes you crave that thing a lot. Take for example, let's say you smoke weed or you drink. You can't wait to get back home just so that you can, pour some liquor in the cup, or you can, hit a blunt. The more you crave that thing, the more your body and the more your mind and your spirit and your soul wants it, the more you will be like, dang, I can't wait to get home, and the more you just feel that mental craving. It could be with anything. It doesn't have to be with drinking, it doesn't have to be with smoking. It could be with, maybe you have a goal for yourself and you set out a goal for yourself, right? And the more you sit down and think about that goal, the more you want to work towards that goal, the more you want to push towards it. So there are two types of mental craving, like I said. There's the good mental craving and the bad mental craving. The good mental craving is anything that pushes you towards your goal. It's anything that makes you want to keep pushing, and anything that makes you see the light even when there's darkness. And the bad mental craving are things that distract you from the things that you're meant to do, or there are things that pull you back away slowly from things that you're meant to do. And how can you not intensify that good mental craving? One, you need to destroy that need to be seen. You see, when I say destroy the need to be seen, I don't mean destroy the need to, let's say you want to be a YouTuber and you want to post. That's not what I mean. I don't mean not posting on YouTube, or I don't mean not, doing the things that you usually normally do. That's not what I mean. But when I say destroy the need to be seen, is you are doing things just so you're people pleasing. That's the word. You're people pleasing just so that you can be seen by others. You are taking time out from your time, or taking time out from the thing that you're supposed to be doing for your own self, just so that you can be, noticed by someone else. Why are you doing that? Destroy that need to be seen. Or you are acting a certain way, that's so you can fit in. Or you are doing things a certain way, that's so you can fit in. Destroy your need to be seen. Because once you destroy your need to be seen, you don't care about what anyone else think about you. You don't really care about what anyone else has to say towards you, because you know who you are, you know what you want, and you're going for it. So you have to destroy your need to be seen. Number two, cut out distractions. Distractions can come in so many ways. It can come in the form of a person, or it can come in the form of a thing. It can be so many things, bro. Or it can be somebody. Whatever is pulling you back from your goal, whatever is pulling you back from your vision, you need to cut it out. Because you cannot crave two things at the same time. Your mind doesn't work like that. One has to be stronger than the other one. One has to be more craved than the other one. Because, you see, it's just like a scale. That scale that they use in law, where if you put one thing here, this goes up. No, if you put one thing here, this goes down and this goes up. And if you put one thing here, this goes down and this goes up. But if you put both things at the same time and down, you put a heavier weight on the right hand, this will go up and this will go down. It's just like that. You need to cut out any form of distractions, because distractions not only pull you back, but it makes you not be able to focus on what you need to do. Number 3, you gotta surround yourself with people who are also in that same category as you. People who want that same goal and vision and dream just like you. You gotta surround yourself with people just like that. Because the more you surround yourself with people who want the same goal and vision as you, there is no way that you guys are gonna burn each other out. Because one person is gonna push another person forward, and vice versa. Take for example, you hang around with 2 idiots, you become the 3rd idiot. You hang around with 4 stupid people, you become the 5th stupid person. But if you hang around with 2 successful people, you become the 3rd successful person. It's just like that. You gotta surround yourself with people who want the goal, who want that dream just like you. It doesn't have to be the same goal, it doesn't have to be the same dream, it doesn't have to be the same vision, but they want it just as bad as you want it. They want to be on top, they want to be number 1, they want to be that successful business person, they want to be that successful entrepreneur, they want to be that successful lawyer, or that successful software engineer. They want to be whatever it might seem to be. You gotta surround yourself with people who are in that same category just like you. And number 5, you gotta ask yourself every day, how bad do I want this? Because like I said, if you don't want it that bad, nothing will push you to go for it. If you're not thinking about it every single day, nothing will push you to go for it. If you're not on your bed saying, how am I going to get this? How am I going to make this? How am I going to get this done? Nothing on earth will make you want to go for it that bad. You got to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? If you don't want it as bad as the other person, you're not going to get it. And that's the truth. And that's fact. You got to intensify your want or your desire for that goal. You got to intensify your need to get that goal. You got to intensify your need to get that dream. Because that's the only way you can really make it in life. And how can you now stop the bad mental craving? Bad mental craving can come in different ways. It can come in a form of addiction. It can come in so many ways. Whether it's smoking a lot, drinking a lot, whatever it might seem to be. How can you now minimize your bad mental craving? Don't think about it at all. Like literally, whatever you don't think about, whatever doesn't cross your mind, you don't want it. You don't feel the need to have it. Like take for example, a new phone comes out, like the iPhone 17, right? And you like how the design looks like, you like how everything looks like. The more you replay that clip of the iPhone, the more you want that particular iPhone. The more you're like, maybe I need a new phone, but in reality, you might not need a new phone, but the more you thinking about it, the more you want it. So you just got to not think about it at all. And even when you think about it, you got to remind yourself and tell yourself, what gain am I going to get from doing this particular task? Is it going to be a short-term gain or a long-term gain? Because whatever you want as a good mental craving will always be a long-term gain. Whatever you desire as a good mental craving will always be a long-term gain. So you got to tell yourself and you got to know, what is the gain that I'm going to get from this? Is it going to be a good gain or is it going to be a bad gain? And if it's a bad gain, then why are you doing it? Why are you stressing yourself and why are you going through that loophole of doing it back and forth and saying you're going to quit and then you quit for like 2 days and then you go back again? I'm not judging nobody for doing that because we've all been there. Maybe we're not all been there, but I have been there. So I know how it feels to say you're going to quit something and then go back to it days after. It's not it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. But the other way you can move forward is if you stop thinking about that particular thing that you want so bad. Number 2, whoever that you're hanging around with that does that particular task, you gotta cut them off. You gotta cut someone off just because they're doing that thing that you're trying to cut off. It's just like cutting off distractions, but instead of cutting off distractions, you're cutting off a person. You're cutting off somebody that is pulling you back. You're cutting off something that is not giving you no gain. You're cutting off somebody that is not making you see the bigger picture. That's how it's like. Just like how I said, hang around people who want that same thing, just like you. For the good mental craving, you gotta cut them people off who don't want it just like as bad as you want it for the bad mental craving. You gotta cut them off. And when it comes to your mental, you gotta make sure that in whatever that you do, you gotta put yourself first. Because if you go ahead and put someone else first before yourself, you're gonna lose the plot. You're gonna lose focus of what you really want to do.